So Palantir has truly been one of the best investments I've ever made in my entire life. So I've been buying Palantir since 2021, as you can see by the screenshots I'm going to put on the screen right now. I've been really patient with the stock, and I've really been through all the ups and downs with the stock. I've watched it grow exponentially to the point now where I'm sitting on 500+% returns. But I want to be really honest with you guys, the time has come for me to be a Palantir seller. Now hold up, don't come after me just yet. To be clear, I've only sold 15% of my total position. So I still have a rather large position in Palantir that I have not sold yet. And I'm not selling because I think Palantir is a bad company. I actually think it's one of the strongest ones out there, but there's a few very strong reasons for why it makes so much sense for me to sell right now. And that's what we're going to cover in this video. And I do want to say, just because I'm selling doesn't mean you have to do anything. This is simply how I'm choosing to manage my risk and what I think is best and healthiest for my portfolio. And I'm just sharing my insights into why I'm selling to give you a better understanding of Palantir itself, the valuations, and maybe how to manage risk within your own portfolios. So in this video, we're going to cover why and when I started investing in Palantir, what Palantir actually does and its position in the AI market, a brief look at their growth so far and their valuation metrics, and finally, why I am selling, my personal take on Palantir, and what I plan to do with the stock moving forward. So if you get any value from this video, please consider hitting like. That's all I ask. I'd greatly appreciate that. So let's dive in. Okay, so what the hell even is Palantir? Firstly, you have to understand that Palantir is not just a regular AI company, or it's not just any other company with a large language model. It's far more advanced than that. Palantir allows governments and corporations to turn massive amounts of raw data into actionable intelligence. Palantir's main value point is the utility that it provides using AI. This application of AI is what allows Palantir to solve such large, complex problems regarding data for companies and agencies. The amount and complexity of data it can handle is far beyond any other application using AI. And especially in a world where data is the new gold, Palantir is king. They are developing complete data dominance. So maybe you've heard of Gotham and Foundry. Gotham is an application that has been developed by Palantir for government defense, cybersecurity, and intelligence gathering. And they're actively being used by the US government. And Foundry is the application that helps big corporations analyze massive data sets and optimize all of their operations. And they do this at a level that no one has seen before. It's proving to be extremely valuable for companies by a lot. So the key takeaway here is Palantir truly is a unique AI stock, and it has real world use cases, and it's not just some hype. Additionally, it's a sticky model that companies and agencies need. And if they don't have this, they're simply going to fall behind. There's no other choice. It's simple as that. Okay, so now with all that being said, why am I starting to sell some of my position if I like the company so much? Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you, and I don't know if a lot of other YouTubers are talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it. Reason number one is that for my portfolio, it's become too big too fast. Palantir has been by far one of my best performing investments, but now it's become 40 to 50% of my entire portfolio. And no matter how much I love the company, I don't want one stock dominating my entire stock portfolio. Also, you have to understand that the company is up more than 600% from a year ago today. And I do love Palantir, but the price action is concerning to me. When a stock moves up this aggressively, it's a clear sign that things might be euphoric and overstretched. And right now, the numbers aren't really helping the case at all with Palantir. The truth is that Palantir's financial valuation is really not supporting the current stock price, no matter how you look at it. When you look at the numbers, it's gotten crazy. Let's look at that real quick. So I ran Palantir through a valuation analysis that I do on ChatGPT. So let's take a look at some of these valuation measures. Firstly, it's trading at a current PE of 620, which is frankly unreasonably high. The industry average PE for software companies right now is somewhere 30 to 50. On a price to sales, it's trading at 100x price to sales, when the industry average is only 10 to 15. And when looking at an EBITDA based valuation, it doesn't look any better. Overall, the fair value estimated based on financials alone is looking at around $10 to $40 a share for a fair value for Palantir stock. And we're sitting at 117. So just to be clear, in a financial standpoint, we're trading at insane valuations. I do understand that Palantir has a very unique spot in the AI revolution, and I understand that it has a lot of value. And I also understand that investors are pricing in the growth and the dominance that this stock will have. But even still, with the current price of the stock, that means that so much of that expectation has been priced in. They're really pushing Palantir to its limits into what investors expect. It's got to now perform at such a high level to be able to keep up with these expectations that it's almost unbelievable. Now, having looked at that, I thought it was a smart move to start shaving some of my position off. Firstly, I wanted to free up some cash for other opportunities that I see in the market that, in my opinion, have more upside potential than Palantir does at its current valuation. And to wrap up my reasons for selling, I think if you're ever going to sell a stock, it makes the most sense to do it when there's euphoria, not panic. All the people that really make money in the markets are not selling when the candles are red. They're selling into strength and they're selling into momentum when the candles are big and they are green and they are euphoric. That's when smart money sells. I just want that to be clear. So ask yourself, how are you managing risk and when have you sold stocks? Are you selling into panic or are you selling into strength? Remember that for you to profit, somebody has to pay a higher price than what you were willing to pay. Just remember that. With all that being said, I feel really confident in taking some of my position off. So far, I've sold about 15% of my position, and I've basically covered my initial cost of getting into the stock. So now all of my open P&L is pure profit, and I'm happy with it, and I truly feel comfortable in selling some of the stock. So now, of course, I got in about 4 or 5 years ago, but what does this mean for new investors trying to get into Palantir as well? Well, my word of advice is that valuations are pricing in a lot of expectations. So they're saying that future growth essentially has to be perfect for the valuation right now to justify potential upside. Again, there's a lot of euphoria in the markets right now, and personally, I'm not buying Palantir. Rather, I'm waiting for specific moments for pullbacks to be able to add to my position. Which leads me into my next point. I'm still holding this stock for a very, very long time. No, I am not fully exiting my position. I just took some risk off the table. Palantir is an awesome company, but it does not mean that it's always priced to buy. I really plan on holding the remainder of my position for 30, 40 years. I don't really plan on ever selling that until I'm really old. In fact, I'm actually planning on adding valuations where I think it's smart to add my capital. Right now, there are other plays like SMCI, which I talk about in another video, which I think are providing more opportunity for me to put my cash into. But yeah, let me know what you think. I would love to hear what you guys are doing with Palantir for your own portfolios. If you own it, are you selling or buying more? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's it. If you found any value in this, please consider hitting like and potentially subscribing. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos and opportunities in the market, my thoughts and my plays, personally what I'm doing with my portfolio. So if you like that kind of stuff, be sure to stick around. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.